This here is my sea urchin / seaweed recirc system. I'm going to start showing you the seaweed bath. If you look in here, there's no seaweed yet, just a bunch of dead flies, but there will be seaweed in here shortly. So we got a pump right here that's pumping the water from here, which is nice and clean, full of oxygen from the seaweed. It's going up this pipe here into my urchin tank. Now there's a little overflow off the urchin tank, you can see here, that brings the water back down into here. Now the water in the urchin tank is going to have lots of ammonia in it, and ammonia is great for the seaweed. It's a good nutrient for them. However, it is quite harmful to the sea urchin, so the seaweed is kind of like a biofilter, gets rid of that. Now if we go back into my urchin tank over here and look at the drain, so it's that crate over there is where the urchins are going to sit, and then the drain, the 3/4 inch opening, goes right into my sedimentation tank. The sedimentation tank, it acts kind of like a lake. When a river enters a lake, the velocity decreases greatly and a lot of settlement occurs. So what I'm hoping is that when the poo enters here, instead of floating right across, it's going to settle. And I put a little 90-degree elbow there to help direct it down and sideways and hopefully create somewhat of a cyclone to force it down to the bottom even more. So right across on the other side we have a drain, 1.5 inches, and it goes out of the sedimentation tank and nicely back into the seaweed tank. So this water also is going to be full of ammonia, which of course, as I said before, is a nutrient for the seaweed. So there's 2 cycles happening here. The first cycle is just seaweed bath urchin tank back from the overflow into the seaweed tank. And then we have the full cycle, which goes seaweed, sea urchin, sedimentation tank, back into the seaweed tank. Hopefully this week I'll get some critters in here and it'll work.